Hey 20-somethings, I'm excited to be back with you guys this week. Today I am talking about what you do whenever you have gained weight. So a couple weeks ago I stepped onto the scale, I looked down, I almost like always hold my breath whenever I'm about to see the number when I do my weigh-ins. I looked down and I saw a number that I was not so happy about. I gained 2 pounds. And so I was really bummed. I had to take a moment. I texted some of my team, my cheerleaders, my support people, and was just like, I gained 2 pounds, was frustrated. They pep talked me, and you definitely need that on this journey. And so after that, I was like, okay, I've got to set a plan here. I've got to figure out what to do after I have gained some weight. So let's game plan. And so if you are like me and you had a gain this week, or maybe you stayed the same or you lost a little bit, hopefully this video will help you. So I narrowed it down to 3 steps that you take whenever you're trying to lose more weight or you're trying to recover from a gain. So I made them all S's too because I'm trying to help you out, trying to help you remember this stuff. So the first S is this: stay focused. Stay focused. It's so human nature to, whenever you feel like you made a mistake, just to kind of sit there in it and just to kind of wallow or be frustrated with yourself and just keep on rolling down the hill. Once you kind of feel like you've fallen off the bandwagon, to just keep rolling down that hill. It's so much easier, and it's easier to eat than it is to figure out what you did wrong. It's easier to just fall off the bandwagon than it is to stand back up. And so I have to remind myself, you know what? It's okay. Everybody has those days. Everybody makes mistakes, right? So it's okay. And I look back on the people that have inspired me, maybe on weight loss or maybe just in doing something awesome in this world. And I look back on their journey and I realize, you know what? Their journey wasn't one of perfection. In their journey, they definitely had moments where they missed a step and they stumbled and they fell down. But what made them so successful wasn't that their journey was perfect, but is that they kept on going, that they persevered. And so in this journey, to remember to stay focused is absolutely key. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. So how can we make some progress? Now that we've kind of fallen down, we're kind of here trying to figure out what went wrong, things like that, how can we make some progress? So a way to make some progress is if you really step back and you study your habits of the last week. So that's the second S. So study kind of what went wrong. What did your week look like? Was it super stressful? Maybe stress has maybe triggers you to eat more or to eat really late or eat a lot. Was it maybe you were hanging around people that always tempt you to like maybe go out to eat or and go out to eat places that you don't need to be eating? Maybe was it just that you were eating at weird times and your schedule was off, or whatever it might be. Study your habits and be really honest with yourself whenever you study those habits. You are the person that knows you the best. You are the person that can really give the best honest evaluation of yourself. And so to really kind of sit down, look back over the week and figure it out. Now, don't get angry with yourself. Don't get frustrated. There's no use in that. It's not going to help you. Just be honest with yourself though. And then the third S comes here. You set a plan. Once you've figured out maybe some areas that you can improve on, set a plan based on those areas of improvement. So for me, as I look back over the week that I gained 2 pounds, I figured out a couple key areas that I needed to make improvements. Number one, I wasn't counting my bites, licks, and tastes. I was so frustrated with myself for a second because as I made one of my videos, top mistakes I've made on Weight Watchers, count your bites, licks, and tastes, and I didn't do that. Such a moment that I was like, oh, mad at myself. But I was like, okay, that's one area that I can fix. Another area was my schedule was really weird that week, and I was eating dinner super late at night. And so I had to figure out, okay, Bethany, you're going to have to eat your dinner not at like 9 and 10 every night. So life happens and work happens and things pop up, but try to figure out how you can not eat dinner that late. The third thing that I realized as I look back over that week that I gained was I was not exercising the way that I needed to. And for me, exercise has to be a priority, especially just where I'm at in my life right now. I've really felt challenged to really be healthy and really be strong too. And so I realized I really need to just start making exercise more of a priority. So that really calls me to really look at my schedule and figure out where I can fit it in. I understand busy. I understand feeling like you can't take, an hour out of your day 3 times a week or 5 times a week. I so understand that. But for me and my journey, I realized I really needed to make that a priority. So that's what I did. So I set a plan based on the areas that I needed to improve, and I'm happy to report that the last 2 weeks I've seen losses again. Now, they haven't been these huge, massive, like, wow, the weight's falling off, oh my word, I can't even see her, she's so thin, kind of thing. Definitely not been that way. It's been minor losses. The first week that I enacted this plan, I lost 0.4, and the second week I enacted the plan, I lost 0.8. So again, super not huge losses, but the scale is moving in the right direction, and that is progress. And so I have to remind myself of that, and I have to remind myself, you know what, this is just a 1, 2, 3 week glitch here. I'm doing well. I've lost 13 pounds already. I'm going to keep losing. I've just kind of hit a plateau moment. So if you're in kind of like that desert moment, I always tell my students this when I preach to them, you know what, the desert is not your destination. Like, keep going through this moment. Don't give up here. This is not where you're supposed to end up. You have to keep pressing past those tough places, and you are going to get to your goal. All right, so I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that you have an awesome and incredible, blessed week, and I will see you guys next time.